Hey everybody, how are you doing? Wow, we've had some exciting times here in the United States with our election. I, for one, am glad it's all over. It doesn't matter what side you were rooting for, it was just plain exhausting. Anyway, I've been spending many hours, many months back testing a new algorithm. And I've gotten to the point where I'm ready to share it and start another forward test. So we'll have to see how that goes. So after many months of trying different things, this is my new algorithm. This is what I came up with. But before I can tell you more about this, I really need to tell you about all the twists and turns that I took to get here. I'll tell you, it was definitely a unique experience. You know, I was trying to be very good and follow my no-nonsense Forex back test flowchart that I shared with all of you in my toolkit. But here is the problem. Okay, now each one of these tests that you see on this spreadsheet, and look at all those, each one of these represents a different combination of indicators, and this is the average across the 5 benchmark pairs, being back tested across those 5 benchmark pairs, as VP suggests. So each one of these, had 5 tests minimum, some of them even more. So here was the issue. I had gotten to this point where I had found a C1, a baseline, a C2, hadn't gotten to the volume yet, but I had a win rate of 62.56, a profit factor of 1.32, ROI 1.59, and that was per pair, per year. Maximum drawdown of 5.52%, net profit 476, okay, and 32 trades over the 3-year period. And this is the Monte Carlo riskiness factor that the NNFX Ultimate Backtester will give you. And what he says that anything under 20 or 25, is what you should shoot for. Nothing over 20 or 25. So these are not bad stats to begin with, but I had to find a volume. So then I started trying all these volumes and all these different combinations of my indicators that got me to this point. So you can say, okay, well, let's just go by win rate. So now that I have my spreadsheet, I do that and I say, okay, largest to smallest. So now I've got a win rate of 65 or 63.3, that's better. 133, slightly better. 142, not quite as well. That's good. So this one is about even. Do profit factor, largest to smallest. ROI, largest to smallest. Okay, so now this one is another one here that was a lot different though. So this one had a win rate of 58.14, which is lower than that. However, look at this, the profit factor's up. The ROI is up a lot. Maximum drawdown's not too bad, but look at the difference in the net profit and loss. And there's more trades, 43, and the riskiness factor went down. So after doing all of this and mashing, I finally said, okay, I am going to forward test this one. But the problem was this scared me a little bit. So if you look at the rules, well, I'll come back to those. But if you look at the win percent, it was below 60% and it was lower. So that's why I was pulling my hair out. But I figured, okay, the rest of these statistics are pretty good. I'm going to start forward testing it and see how it does. So here's what I ended up with. Okay, so my moving average, my baseline is a linear weight moving average. My C1 is the SSL. Now, this is the SSL quick bar, or quick SSL. So that's why it shows up like this rather than the channel. I just think this is easier to see. And my C2 is QQE. And this is my volume. It's actually a volatility meter, but I use it as volume, and it's called the Candle Validity Index. So that's what it looks like on the chart. And I'm not going to go through all of these, but basically, so here are my indicators. Basically, I've got two rules of entry. I've got the regular signal entry, and then I've got the baseline entry. And this is everything that has to be lined up for those. I have my continuation trades, and then I have my exit, and then I have my backtest results. So let's just take a look at it here. Now this chart looks a little bit crazy, I know, because I've got a lot more things on it, but it's basically the same. So earlier today, I took a trade on Audi NIST. So let's take a look at why I took that trade. Okay, so here was this candle that I took the trade on. You can see that right here we have a change in our SSL, which is a C1 signal, and our QQE, which is the blue line here, is below the 50, which is a downtrend, and here our candle validity is showing valid. So I took a trade there, and that was just a little bit earlier today. It's up about 15 pips each. So there's that one. Now I did take another trade as well, the USD chef, but currently it's losing a little money. But let's look at the setup. So here was the candle. Here you can see that our our SSL just changed color. And our QQE was above, and we had valid volume. So it is down about 7 pips right now, but we'll just have to let those cook and see what happens. So anyway, wish me luck on this new algo, and I'll be checking in more often with you. Take care, stay safe.